what I'm saying? See, I was living in a box in a Las Vegas alley, not too far from Sassy Sally's, eating $1 pizzas there to fill my gut, trying to figure out a way to get out of this rut. Took most of my baths at the Gold Nugget pool, and not to get caught was my strictest rule. Hooked up with a partner named Dizzy Capizzi, who taught me how to gamble and create a tizzy. Now 21 is the game to play, but not for fun, you see, I play for pay. I watched Dizzy turn 1,000 into 10 grand, and asked him when he let me play my very first hand. He said, "Not yet, Doc, cause you're still in school, but what I'll show you next is gonna make you drool." He doubled down on a pair of 8s, cause the dealer showed a 7, and he said, "This is great." He pulled a 10 and an ace to the dealer's jack, and the chips piled up in a great big stacks. He said, "It's time to go," and the pit boss looked mad, and Dizzy just said, "That's too damn bad." He put me up at his place and taught me all that he knew, and lent me some cash and said, "The rest up to you." "One more thing," he said, "before you go, you never drink at the table, cause that's the big no." Never drink, never drink. So I headed downtown toward the Golden Gate, cause they had break-in dealers and I could test my fate. I strutted on in like I was bad, but they ended up taking nearly all that I had. So I headed down the street toward El Cortez, another good casino, that's what Dizzy says. He back my money, but that's all I can say. Figured I'd best try again on another day. Well, the weeks went by and I honed down my act, and now I was ready for the master attack. Cruised up and down Fremont and along the strip, just looking for a spot to make the big dip. We stopped at a place called the California Club, but as luck would have it, we got the big snub. We bowled around the corner down to Benny Binion's place, where they got 8-foot bouncers with some mean-looking faces. Now we sat down at a $50 table, had a good-looking dealer by the name of Mabel. A waitress stopped by and said, "What'll it be?" And we said, "We take cause we don't like Seemed every time I had a winning hand, cause before I knew it I was up 20 grand. I wanted some booze, but Dizzy said no. He said, "You lose it all with nothing to show." Lose it all. So I played it straight and I tripled my cash, but you best believe I want to make a mad dash. Now I'm up 60 grand and I took Mabel 5, grabbed Dizzy by the collar, said, "Come on, let's drive." We cashed my chips up to the wire, and all I could hope was Mabel wouldn't get fired. We sped across town to Arizona Charlie's and parked outside where a whole bunch of Harleys. We made our entrance through a bowling alley door, but I had no idea what was going to be in store. I still had well over 50 grand to burn, and to make some real money it had to be my turn. We worked a few tables to get the feel of the floor, and Dizzy said he's tired and he wanted to snore. As he left, he said, "Remember what I said, if you get drunk at the tables, you may as well be dead." I said, "Yeah, sure, Dizzy, and thanks for the advice. I see a $100 table and it sure looks nice." As he split, I proceeded to set, and for the first 6 hands I continuously hit. I felt there's no way I could possibly lose, so I flagged down a waitress to bring me some booze. I ordered scotch on the rocks after 7 and 7s, and before too long I was close to heaven. I was still kicking butt when I drew a nice-sized crowd, and every time I win a hand, they all would cheer aloud. It's 4 in the morning and I'm up to 100 grand. I wish Dizzy could see me now. Sure, you can understand. I switched dealers on me, I began to lose. This couldn't be happening to me, so I ordered more booze. My crowd was starting to dwindle and the brass looked smug. If I had a brain, I'd have burned a trail in the rug. Kept on playing down to my last 50 grand. I was seeing double, but now I had a plan. I was tired of playing, you see, but too damn drunk to worry. I just wanted to double my cash and do it in a hurry. I slapped down my money and the pit boss said okay, cause I knew I'd surely win and quickly walk away. On the first hand we pushed on 19, so we had to do it again. On the second hand I busted like I don't remember when. The crowd was sad and I was upset, and I hid my face in shame. I staggered out the building, flagging down a cab, wondering how I could be so lame. Well, then the cab pulled up and the hack was cool. She was a pretty little filly from Philly. When I got in the car, she asked me, "Where are you going?" I said, "Downtown, it's cool with me." As we drove along, I said, "Pull in here to the Union Plaza lot." I said, "If I dig real deep and I search real hard, I'll find you a 20 spot." She looked at me like she'd really believe a little while ago I was up near a quarter mil, and now 20 minutes and 6 miles later I couldn't pay a $12 cab bill? I shook my jacket and I heard a rattle, so I reached for my left pocket. I grabbed 2 $50 chips and a note from Dizzy that made me sit up like a rocket. I grabbed grabbed the handle, slipped out the cap, and handed Mary the chip. She said, "Thanks a lot." I said, "I got to go, 'cause I got to make a trip." Now I hobbled across Main near the Golden Goose, and down the alley I strolled. Then I saw my old box with a boot hanging out, and I said to myself, lo and behold, it was Dizzy kicking back. I asked him how he knew, no expression on his face. He said, 3 years ago my mentor was lying here, and I was standing in your place.
La 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 la, let's make